Yo, this is Senior G telling you to tap in on Sundays to the Philosophy Show. Live at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on SoldierByBlood.com. Home of underground entertainment and the voice of the movement.
Your number one source for exposure and promotion. You want to host your own podcast? SoldierByBlood.com. You want to know where the hottest artists are? SoldierByBlood.com. You want real support? SoldierByBlood.com. Go to SoldierByBlood.com for more info.
I'm on my shit, little bitch, I'm groovy. I got a bitch that call me daddy, and she keep me more than happy, living out my life like a movie. Stacking, big dog macking. I make chances, nigga, you capping. No entertainment, nigga, no acting. I hit the booth, bust a jug, we acting. You laughing, cause you a goofy. I get paid straight cash, all loosely. We independent, straight living, we Gucci. Gas pack rolled up like sushi.
Like that jail.
I've been chasing the finer things while rolling around strapped up. 6 shot off in my jacket, hoping nobody act up. I'm chasing this money, nigga, don't need no advance. Put that wop in my hand and watch me grow like a plant. Some shit they won't understand, but that's cool. Dream team, white tee, bucket hat, no juice, but I might slide on some gold just for the pressure. A young nigga going in and I can't let up.
I was riding through the motherfucking loop. Got a call from my motherfucking boo. Came out, ass fat, wearing blue. Damn, I'm feeling all this thunder, Pikachu. Say she want her stomach done, her ass too. But these hating fuck niggas watching moves. I'ma get that shit done, little boo. Cause I keep this 30 on me, so we cool. I was riding through properly, getting domo so sloppily. Need a freak who got wild for me, off the chain like a dog would be. If you brother, then fuck with me. You believe in me, trust with me. You got static, it's up for me. Ain't no talking, don't fuck with me. Niggas talking out they guns, but it's cool, They just talking, they ain't touching, so we cool, fucking fool. Posting stack on the internet, baby mama ain't feeling that. Baby daddy back in town, dummy fool. I was riding through the motherfucking loop, and I was riding, getting head from a freak, yeah I'm true. I'm getting down, North Heads, yeah you know that be the team. North Heads, baby girl she gonna suck the da-da-da. Baby freak, and she know that I like. She know I like. Yeah I love the guns, baby, please don't bite it. Please don't bite it. Why you riding fast, baby, too excited? Yeah I like it. Hey man, yeah. All I'ma say is this: we done talking in motherfucking 2020. All you motherfuckers who didn't believe in this shit, who didn't believe in the dream team, who didn't believe in the North Head brand, fuck y'all niggas. And fuck y'all bitches too, motherfucker. And fuck your friend if they don't believe in it too. And motherfucker, fuck your mama. Yeah, I'm all for the black and proud, but if you ain't for the black and the proud, guess what? Fuck you too. You already know what it is. It's Danny motherfucking G and I stand on everything. I love Martin Luther King way of life, but guess what? I had a dream that I was Malcolm X. Fuck y'all, we taking over for the 2020. North Head shit, dream team shit. Remember that.
Now we ain't finna get toxic right now, man. Y'all know what it is. We are at the Philosophy Show. It's 12:34 here in the Lou, and we about to get it in, man. I'm hope y'all are ready to talk some good shit today, man. We got some great people online with us. First, let me give a shout out to our sponsors, Cash Raw, Too Much Sauce, STLT's Kitchen, and Exotic Happy Hour Bartending Service. Man, it's going down. I'm the Don.
I'm Saint Floyd. Hey, it's
We got-
Jymius.
See.
Green girl.
And then we waiting on our people's daddy Rich. Before we get to it, man, we gonna have to introduce our special guest. I want to make sure my people's on the line. Stretch, you on the line? You on the line?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. We here getting that. What's up with you, fam?
I can't call it. What's good, man? Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All day. We also got Jymius White in the building. What's up with you, fam? You can just talk normally.
Hey, it's all love, man. Hey, I'm here in support, ready to get into it, talk about whatever we're gonna talk about, and give some great insight, get good input.
All day. We also got It's Rep in the motherfucking place to be. What's going on, fam?
What it do, kind of life, out here spreading the message. I got something to say, so.
Yes, sir. All right. Before we get into the philosophy part of the show, we're going to go ahead and start with Stretch, man. Talk to us about what you do. Tell our supporters what you actually do and what you got coming up next. I know you got some fantastic news for us. So go ahead and talk to us about it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Again, thank y'all for having me. It's a process, over the last 5 years, I've been running Hip Hop Weekly magazine from A to Z. As far as operating officer. When we purchased the company, we got it from Dave and Benzino, and at the time it was more of like a tabloid type of magazine. And when we purchased it, we wanted to go in a different direction with more of the culture, more content of substance. So that was my goal for these last few years. It was a struggle because people are used to that type of content, especially with the social media age. Everyone is now looking for, positive. Everybody wants, the clickbait, and that's the something I refuse to do. And then, right now I stepped away from hip hop with my own platform, which is called the Culture Report. And with the Culture Report, the main goal is to cover everything under the culture, starting, with the main element of hip hop, which is, the B-boy, the MC, the E artists, the DJ. So all the content that we centered around the elements of hip hop.
About the culture, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and congratulations on starting your own thing, man. That's what it's all about. In retrospective, you trying to better something. Sometimes it ain't always good to stay a part of something and be, loyal to that when that's not what that's not really what you want to be on. If you want to better it, sometimes you got to better it on your own first.
Absolutely, that's a fact. And that was what I was struggling with, because my partner is is a close friend of mine, but it was once you following behind somebody like Dave and Benzino kind of put their stamp on that. So no matter what, we could change a million things. People always gonna look at it as their legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
all day.
We could start our own. You know what I mean? So that was more of my energy.
All
and,
day.
And what really motivated me to step out and do my own thing.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to my people. Tell our supporters what you have going on and what you got.
So, first I mentioned, I tend to speak about messages a little differently than most people. You know that. So my biggest message is to raise awareness to sexual assault survivors and men primarily getting mental health help. He talks about my own personal experiences. I have, on that same album, I have a track with Boosie. I have a track with Rebel Waters that talks about racist white rappers that are in the game. That, and then I have a show coming up February 22nd at the Spot.
Okay.
With some cast coming in from a couple different states and whatnot. So it'll be me, Mr. Green, D-Gaff, which is an old, they're signed to Subnoise, records and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. And you got Insane Poetry from LSP Records out of Colorado coming down too. So it'll be a pretty dope event. Other than that, though, like I said, just spreading that message, trying to raise awareness for that, and raise money and keep donating the money we make to help men get mental health help.
All right. Right in the place to be. Talk to us, brother.
It's actually right. It's all good.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
Right. It's actually right.
Right.
We'll wrap on that.
Yeah.
I do a lot, man. I'm in the community, working hard, trying to bring different ways to grow the revenue stream in certain communities. You know, a lot of the ways that I believe in growing revenue isn't traditional. You know, doesn't mean that it's illegal. It's just not traditional in certain areas. So that's more so what I'm about.
Okay. All right. A little introduction to our guest, man. We're about to go ahead and jump into what we call the philosophies. You got Daddy Rich. This came through.
Yeah. Apologize for the tardiness. People need that in their spirit, man. Just be accountable.
All day, yes. And on top of that, man, apologize for the name spell. We got to get that right next time. But we're going to get to, last week we talked about reshaping our reality. And, you know, we talked about, you know, is it true and can you do it? Give me a definition or give me an example of you doing it. If you want to check that out last week. That's what we did. So this show we moving on to another subject that's linked to that. And it's going to be talking about things that can't be changed. You know, things that, you know what I'm saying, we would want them to change.
So look.
Hold on, let me finish.
I got you.
Let me finish. Some things that you may want to change, but you, over the years, you have not seen them change. You know what I'm saying? It might have got a little bit better, it might have got a little bit worse, but it's still the fucking same. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and start this topic off with what happened with and I don't know if the man named Tyre, is it Tyre Nichols or
I don't know how to pronounce
It's Tyre Nichols. He got beat and killed by the Memphis police, and they were black. So before we get all the way deep into just that subject, I just got a question. Like, who already knew about it?
I did.
You knew about it?
I heard
about it.
I just refused to
You heard
watch
about
the
it?
video.
You heard about it, Stretch?
Yes, sir. All day long. Yep.
So what was your, now let's start with Jymius. What was your first feeling when you like actually heard about it?
To be honest, I just ultimately wanted to know more.
Yeah.
You know, my first reaction was just like, I gotta know more. So that's why I started in that, and that's why I'm still, you know, am now.
Have you looked and seen what happened? Have you did any research on it yet?
As it pertains to what?
What happened? Like, who beat him, how he got beat? Did you look at the videotape and all of that?
I haven't seen the video.
Okay. All right. Green girl. What you think? What was your first?
I refused to watch the video simply because I stopped watching these videos after the police officer put their knee in the other fella's neck. I don't even.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't do it no more.
Right.
We've seen this stuff. You could drive by and see shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see a couple cop cars, you do get nervous. You can only watch for so long, but then if you get involved, what happens? You see what I'm saying? Like, how does that work for you? It was like, was it 4 of them that beat that man like that?
It was about 4. I watched it.
Four
I
or
thought it was
five.
about 5.
4 or
Yeah.
5, because I feel like they kept showing the same 4 in the pictures, but it was like one picture they wasn't really throwing up there as much, and I don't understand that. From my understanding, he didn't do anything. He was just going on about his business, and they didn't like it. They couldn't catch him, or whatever the case may be. But why is this still a thing? And then why are y'all doing this?
Yeah.
It's bad enough that you have these things happen with police in general.
Period.
And it's generally something that comes off as more of a racial issue.
Exactly.
But now it's like when you got 5 black men beating up another black man, was he not the right version of black for you? I know that that's a thing. Were you upset by anything he said? Did it warrant all of that? And why did y'all decide to
When
bang
it's
up
4,
on him
5
and
of
beat
them
him up
all
like
on the
that?
police squad, that you to
What
get
is y'all
to
doing
get
out
beat
here?
like that by somebody like that, you gotta. Did somebody fuck your girl?
And
I don't.
see,
What the fuck
when
happened?
I started learning more about him, they
That's
say he
fucked
was a
up.
skateboarder.
What
He
did I-
like
I wanted
was
to
into
know more.
photography.
What's going
So
on?
that makes me think that he lived a lifestyle that might have been different from what they understood, and maybe it was something along those lines. Like the communication breakdown was trash as fuck.
Yeah.
But it still didn't warrant that.
You can't ever. It don't
It
ever
doesn't
warrant that.
Like you're in that
Yeah.
position not to abuse people, yet that's all we see are these abuses of power. And they're separate and different, and this a whole nother thing, but they're different with genders. So like they beat the hell out of him, but if it had been a female, you don't know how many cops abuse their spouses and nothing happens, and they mentally abuse them, they run them around, and they can't go to the cops because you a cop. So who do I tell? Because look at
Right.
how they brothered up.
Yeah. In front of everybody.
In front of everybody, like they didn't give a damn.
Daddy Rich.
I've been waiting. One thing caught my eye was it was 5 black cops
Yeah.
who thought they would have the same covenant as the white cops.
That part.
Did you see how quickly that police department disassociated themselves from those black cops? They were immediately fired, right?
Yeah.
They weren't sent home on leave. Now, if you're a cop and you're sent home on leave, you're still covered as being a cop. But if you're fired and they disassociate themselves with you,
Yeah.
you are a regular Joe, and you are subject to what regular Joes are subject to. They said, listen to me, you are still a nigga.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. And I didn't have to watch the video. As soon as I seen the story and heard it, immediate disconnection and disassociation with those 5. Oh, you gonna pay for that yourself, not our whole department.
Wow.
That's the first thing that jumped out, and maybe the only thing that jumped out. And condolences to the family who lost a son, a brother, a cousin, a father. You know, and that's just solidly that.
Yes, sir.
But what I was watching was how those 5 black cops were handled and immediately fired, so the police department can disassociate themselves with what they done.
Wow. And that was
Absolutely.
quickly.
What?
Go ahead, Stretch.
No, I'm with you 100%. Cause that's the first thing. You know, first, like you said, condolences to the victim, because what they did was wrong. So I don't want to let that overshadow what was done. What they did was wrong. But we've seen these cases times and times before when it's white officers, and the first thing they tell us is we need to see more. We need to investigate it. The officers never fired right away, and they're never charged. In this case, they were fired and charged right away. Like I've never seen that before. So it's like you're reminded, yeah, you cop, but you still a nigga. Like you said, like you still a nigga, we still get treated
And
like a nigga.
fired by other black people. Let's
Think
put that out
about
there.
They're in Wilson, for instance, sitting in luxury, protected by other people.
Yeah.
You know, hidden.
Yeah.
You know,
And you know
living
he
a
is.
luxurious life.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But my
We
thing.
didn't hear no union talk. We didn't hear no Blue Lives Matter talk. How they always do when it's up there. Like we didn't hear none of that. Right? We don't want nothing to do with y'all.
And that's something that's what I'm pissed off about, because why not? Why not have the Black Lives Matter out of there? Which one is it?
Everybody went
Because
for
it was-
immediate disassociation.
because
But
it was
here's
black
the
people that did
other
it.
step
Right.
to that too.
That
And-
black people fired them.
That's man.
That's
They
the part
going
that
in
kills me.
population.
My thing, you can't. I'ma say like this: as far as black people firing them, I don't give a fuck. That's what they should have done.
Right.
For real.
That's how it should
That's
be.
how it should be done. Period. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I ain't worried about that part. But what if Black Lives Matter at?
What's in it for them? What's in it for them? It's not a racial issue.
I don't like that part.
It's not a racial issue. So ain't nothing in it for them.
How come it ain't?
Because it was black on black.
But it's still police
But
brutality.
it's still
against
police
somebody.
brutality.
But Black
That's
Lives
black.
Matter ain't about police brutality only.
Right.
Their biggest crush is racism, fire, brimstone,
So if they was on
racism.
the other side
You
of
see what I'm
this,
saying?
then they'll be with the police getting fired on her then. If the Black Lives Matter wanted to be on
Well,
this
there's a little bit of
part.
sarcasm to what you say.
Yeah,
I guess that's the point
yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's a certain level of bullshit
Hey.
that come with that.
Throw a pork chop to a dog. They just threw 5 of them to the dogs. Somebody has to be the scapegoat.
Right.
And they picked the proper time and the proper opportunity to say, oh,
Yeah.
y'all shouldn't have did that.
Right.
It's all control.
Here y'all go. Y'all wanted some cops convicted.
Yep.
Where they
Y'all
are.
wanted cops in population
Right.
like regular people. Here you go, 5 of them. 5 of your own.
Yeah. Hey, oh
That's
well.
what I'm saying. Like, that's how it went. So, it has to hurt to see your own people do some fuck shit that you gotta now reprimand them for. Like, damn, I gotta do this to you? This is what I woke up to today for you?
But you gotta
think it's
speak
the
to the
Illuminati?
mindset. Some people gonna play that role, but you gotta speak to the mindset
Illuminati, bro.
of 5 black cops beating a black man to death after Rodney King, George Floyd, unarmed
I'm not
motorists.
understanding this shit. I
Why
watched
was
tape,
that the
bro.
first man?
It was stupid.
It was
They
man.
they got him on the ground. Already got him on the ground. I counted 2 people like straight looking at him
Right.
and kicked him in his head. Some dude came out the car, like had whatever that thing was.
Nice stick.
Yeah.
He did one of these.
See, that's why I feel like.
I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? What did this do? Nah, bro.
They should have gave
I'm
that
not
man a
understanding.
violation, a ticket, and a court date, and went on about their business.
If he even did anything that warranted any of that.
Exactly.
That's why I said it. To me, it boils down to, because we act like this ain't a real thing, what type of black person are you in the space that you're in? That is a real issue. That is a real thing. And he came off as the kind of dude that ain't in Memphis or wherever down south like that. What I've been hearing and described, he sound like he's from the West Coast. That's a totally different breed of dude. That's a totally different life.
So
And
they
I ain't
just
talking
whooped him?
about like gang. I'm talking about like skateboarder
different,
dude.
yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just
yeah.
like we all know what happened with Mike Brown out here. He
Yeah.
had words with that police officer, but I don't believe that was the first time y'all seen each other. You done had words with this boy before, and you ain't like what the fuck he said. He ain't do nothing wrong. You ain't like what he said, and you did what you did. That's why I feel about this, because
Yeah.
nothing adds up to where 5 cops on one dude who didn't do shit.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
people in
can't
the
even
streets not get
understand
beat
it.
down as bad as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Only way I could understand that, bro, if we was finna whoop somebody ass, it would have had to be for
Something.
very,
Something.
very,
There
like
needs to
if
be a
you,
reason for
like 5 people whooping this dude ass,
And we ain't never gonna get to
Opportunists.
know.
and they ain't white
Situation
cops, you can't
switches.
say it's racism. You can't say because he black now. That's
So
gone.
That's why you get no BLM.
But it's hard though. They should still be stepping in.
They should.
They should, but they not going
I
to.
have to state that. I have
Yeah,
to
Like-
state
like-
that.
That's real.
I gotta state it because that's kind of what I was saying. That's at first I didn't catch your sarcasm. That's why I was saying it's just because what it boils down to me is if you stand for what you stand for, however you look at it, these men were wrong.
And
Yeah.
that
And they
black
wronged
man's life
a
still
black man.
matters.
They wronged the black man without any true reason to do so. Now,
Right.
for instance, I see around here, the cops around here, they discriminate against white people that associate in this community, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen it. I get it bad. And then whenever I have my brother, for instance, that I named my son after, when I have him with me, it's a completely different story. They raid my vehicle compared to asking if they could search it. They treat things completely different when you are in a situation with someone of color. Period.
Opportunist situation switches.
And I feel like when it comes down to what we was just talking about, they should be front and foremost to what is going on with this situation. But the reality is, there's no way they can spend their money off of it. Like you were saying, they can't spin around that check. Black Lives Matter got hijacked a long time ago, and they're about the money now. They're not about what they should be. Otherwise, they'd be up protesting this just as if it was any other one, as they should be.
It reminds me of the New Rainbow Coalition and some of the NAACP. You only see those during high-profile situations.
Yeah.
But you still have everyday situations where they could make an impact, and they don't. They choose not to.
Yeah.
It's about fundraising.
Yeah.
Then you have a few good cops around that try to be different, and then what happens to them?
They get killed.
That's the reality. They get gunned down and just like they're nothing but yet,
But that's the mentality we got. If we say it don't matter, it don't matter. They used to accept, plain and simple. It's just irrelevant to me that nowadays when it's all about what you come to this job for.
That's
plain and simple.
You
What did you come to this fucking job? Did you want to come to the job to serve or protect, or do you protect and serve? Plain and simple. What do you come into the situation for? When you go to a robbery, murder, suicide, trespass, how do you choose to handle this situation? Your mind state. Plain and simple. Ain't nobody no motherfucking dummies around here. Plain and simple, right and wrong.
Yep.
Right. Ain't nobody no dumb. Once you come to a certain point, you know right from wrong. And typically, it's black on black crime, something that happens every fucking day. So we gonna look at it like it was yesterday.
But that whole black on black crimes is bullshit, because every culture commits crimes against each other. Nobody, I don't walk around saying Asian on Asian crime. That man killed 4 fucking people the other day. Asian man killed 4 people the other day. Against his own people, but
I'm not saying we should look at it as just black on black crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It really is, and
it's about the police killing motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that's what it really
is. Regardless of what color you are.
It's people that didn't have power in any other situation in their life wanting to feel powerful. What's the best way to feel powerful? To be able to run the regular folks.
Someone said it in the comment here.
They
said it real good. They said everything in society is designed to divide and conquer, which is true. And then the worst thing they fear is us working together and us banding together. That is the worst thing they fear.
But this should spark that. If you really, because even with the ignorance of, let's say, a white person be like, well, now why y'all, like, coming to me like, well, why y'all not, well, I'm gonna be like, well, won't y'all push it now? You push it. Don't come to me talking shit. Now you push it. Right. Won't you go do it? Because you telling me we been talking about the police shit is what it is.
The whole world stopped for 3 years and saw what this government and what everything was about on every level. That when everything was shut down, you couldn't do shit but see what was going on with George Floyd. You couldn't see shit but how wealthier people were getting way more wealthy, and people that were not so wealthy are now falling into poverty because you can't do anything because everything's shut the fuck down. Right now, nobody cares about any of that, because you know what we all looking for? Normalcy. And the more they're looking for normalcy, people are getting uglier and uglier and uglier every which way instead of working together. They were trying to work together. They really were for like every bit of 3 months. But once checks start rolling out, once doors start opening up, once people start getting back outside, shit went back to chaos on steroids. Because now it's way worse. You got too many shootings every day. It's a mass shooting every day. We in the New Year.
To bring up what you said about the power of the government, what they're capable, what
it's
they do.
Does
anybody know the history of St. Louis and what they used to do to people right here?
We Which part? Because they do a lot of shit.
Right.
They used to
But hold on, because we don't want to go super too far, because I know it sounds like y'all like a lot of conspiracies, but we on philosophies here. I get that, but we sticking to a way. We ain't getting too far outside the zone. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna pull it back in, man. We gonna go to a real quick break, man. Y'all make sure y'all let us know what y'all think about what's going on, man, with the Tyre Nichols. That's his senses, man. A shout out and more condolences out to the family, man. We need to figure out where we need to go right here, right now, with what just happened in Memphis. What is the true, you know what I'm saying, answer to where we should go next with this, man? Because that's some bullshit, you know? Hey, before we go, though, you got your, we gonna go ahead and go to my people section, right out the book. This might can put some light on stuff.
Right out the book. Today I'm reading from Mark chapter 8, verse 36, and it reads as, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?"
God heard.
Sitting here racing shit. I'm not mad at all. Thinking about relationships, whatever they're called. Knowing you a down ass chick, you know that shit hurt. Gotta get rid of it. You're making it worse. Time and time I've tried. Why should I stay around for the lies? Yeah. You tell me I ain't shit. You tell me I ain't shit when I know you ain't real. You calling that chick. You calling that chick. Wanna tell them how you feel. I'm here to match your energy. Now tell me again, are you feeling me? Something's on my mind. You know I'm not saying. This is a toxic, complicated love. Why don't you keep me waiting? Something's on my mind. You know I'm not playing. Just know that if you don't treat me right, boy, I promise I'm not saying. Missy, heart was on lock, you created the key. I needed you just like you needed me. We was compatible, shit was so natural. How could you pick up my heart and then leave? How could you give up, my feelings was real. Said it was war, so be ready to drill. Said you was hungry, I copped you a meal. When it came to your ops, I was willing to kill. Hopped in my whip, you was ready to ride. Didn't care if it's ice, I was ready to slide. It's unbelievable, I really needed you. Told me that you would be here by my side. Told you I'll always be ready to ride. You was my man, so I let you provide. And when I was tripping, you did get some flipping. You told me to let up, swallow my pride. Guess that is over, we calling it quits. Guess the love that we had never exists. How you expect me to give up your kiss and your touch and forget all the times that we spent? Quiet as kept my heart cut up in pieces. You move my heart like a telekinesis. I swear that I miss you, this fucked up my mental. I would not forgive you, hate you for leaving. Nothing's on my mind. You know I'm not saying. This is a toxic, complicated love. Why don't you keep me waiting? Nothing's on my mind. You know I'm not playing. Just know that if you don't treat me right, boy, I
are back on the Philosophy Show once again, man. We cracking this motherfucker out again, man. Our special guest, we got Stretch on the line. We got Jymius in this bitch. And we got its rep out there. My boy Tiago is in the place to be. What's up, Tiago, fam?
What up, what up, what up?
All day. I forgot your name, Queen, but that's its rep female right there. She probably got her earphones on, so she can't hear me, but shout out to her, too. Hey, we gon' I want to hear that, what you were talking about. So when you read that, give us your interpretation of it.
What a lot of people don't understand is that about the spirit of mammon. That's chasing money. You gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? If you like you go to an everyday job and it's not a consideration, am I chasing money? This is just what I do to take care of my family. For the people who I'm chasing the bag, be careful, because if God is not first in your life, as I said last week, there are ways that seem right to man that lead to death and destruction. You know, so you want to keep God first and foremost, and always keep your plans and your life aligned with His will, so that the spirit of mammon cannot overtake you.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to you about that, because I want people to understand that he is not condemning money, I believe.
Not at all.
And with that being said, use it as a tool. We understand the Most High know what you can handle, and if you can handle a lot of money, use that shit like it's supposed to be used. But if you chasing the money for the bullshit, that's where you're going wrong. You could probably touch that shit, but your downfall gonna be way worse.
Way worse. Way
you
worse.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, Green Girl, well, actually, Saint Floyd, you got something to say on that?
The fact of right or wrong, correcting right or wrong.
Jymius, we okay, right or wrong. We're gonna hear that. We're gonna need some more explanations than right and wrong sometimes. Jymius, what you think about that, man?
It all comes down. It's a respect factor. Everything is all about respect. In the end, you gotta have respect for certain things. Like everybody gotta have respect for each other.
That's most definitely.
So it's like I can respect you and you don't respect me, and it's like that disrespect that you have for me, you know, could lead to certain things.
What they have to do with the money situation? Cause we talking about when on that note, what you're talking about is the chase of money, or
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, chasing pretty much the wrong thing, or chasing the right thing for the wrong reasons. What's up, Stretch? I'm hearing you.
I think money, as far as money, like, use the money, don't let the money use you. It's like sometimes people worship the money. You don't understand, like, the path, how did you get this? Because it wasn't for, the higher, how would you even get to that point? So you can't lose yourself within trying to chase this bag. Because you can have $100 million and no soul, then are you really wealthy?
Right.
Tell them straight.
Like if you don't have no soul, you have no integrity, then what is this money worth?
All day.
You know what I mean? So don't use the money. Don't let it use. I see this, especially entertainment. We see this all the time. Yeah. You know, people, they just money this, money that, money then. Where's your soul at?
That's it.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you as a person? You know what I'm saying? Like don't chase it so much that you blind to what your real mission is.
So
don't
your
let it blind you.
After him, then you go in.
So treat money right and with the intent to do right with the money that you have. You know what I'm saying? So certain people exploit money, manipulate money. You know, you can't bring money to the courtroom.
Yeah, sometimes.
You can pay for it. You can pay for what's happening in court. you can pay for
Yeah.
you can pay for that because that's what happens.
Right,
Money
right, right,
rules the world. You know what I'm saying?
You can't take it to your grave though.
Your money rules-
Because then the real reality sets in.
You know what?
At the point
I
of the
disagree
grave.
with that. Money don't rule the world. You know what rules the world?
What?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Money doesn't rule the world. Knowledge rules the world.
Knowledge rules the world.
I can
All the
see
time.
that. Explain it. Give us
I
an
mean,
example.
I get it, though.
I do. That's
Because there's
super
a lot of
hard.
people out here that allegedly have money. It's not their money that's doing anything. They're basically moving on what they know and who they pay with what they know to maneuver around shit to where that money really don't mean. Look at Trump. This motherfucker's nothing.
But he know how to do
But
that
he's
shit.
maneuvered so well with the knowledge that he has where
Yes.
people believe he has more than what he really has. So
Nah,
with that comes a
the thing is, you never supposed to count somebody else's pockets. So it's like it's on a whole nother level.
But what I'm saying
You know
with
what I'm
him
saying?
is
Like,
it's
that's
not what he
real.
has, it's what he know. Cause
Right,
ain't no way
exactly.
he gotten away with everything he's gotten away with. It wasn't the money that helped him. Cause a lot of people with that same money got put the hell away when it was their time to get put away.
Quickly. Super
It's
quick.
what he knew to maneuver around, what he was taught.
This motherfucker caused the whole riot and ain't go to jail. On the Capitol. Not it ain't wasn't at the crib.
So listen, what that tells me is this. What that tells me is this. It's saying that we need to wisen up.
Yeah.
Like everyone needs to like wisen up even more.
All the way more.
That's what
way
it's
more.
saying. It's just you need the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's knowledge. Money is here. So like
Yeah.
it's already here.
So
Money's already here.
Her lip.
go ahead.
Like I was saying, educated people makes the government very scared. Now I'm not talking go to school, learn what they teach. I'm talking about real people, like what we're discussing, like we're learning what the real world, the reality is.
Yeah.
And the reality is everything's about control,
Yeah.
i.e. money. You got people that are willing to kill people, poison people for what, $15? And then they're killing 100 people for $15, so they make $1,500 and 15 people die.
Yeah.
You know,
And all they
makes
do
no
is
sense to me why people would do that.
all they do is
That's
write it
crazy.
up.
You know,
And those are more people with lost souls, which is what that scripture speak about. You know, what or who are we without our soul? We walking dead. We zombies. Because what people don't realize, where your soul rests after this really matters.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people will stay away from that just so they won't be faced with the consequences of their decisions from their own free
Let me
will.
tell you a story that's going right with that. So I was doing an interview and this happened a little bit to me. That's why this shit keep coming up. But somebody thought that they had COVID. So they thought they was on their deathbed. Like they really thought they was gonna die the way they was feeling. So they writing they shit and they giving it to their fucking kids. They kids is not trying to hear that shit. The kids not trying to hear it. They ain't even, they like throwing it right back at her like, nah, we ain't trying to hear that. But they helping her and all that. They ain't trying to hear that you died. They ain't trying to hear it to the point where they not even listening to what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that's a normal thing when you don't want to face reality.
Like it's consequences.
Yeah, it's like,
see,
I
because
gotta think about this
the
shit.
God
Every
I serve,
you know what I'm saying?
the God I'm just speaking on the God I serve. I don't know about everybody else. He get us for what we know, not for what we don't. So internally, people use I don't want to know about that because it's responsibility that has to take place with knowing and consequences. You know, so I'm a spiritual man. You know, I profess Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me and what I know about it.
Well,
And
you speaking of philosophy, speak on, brother.
you got to develop that relationship, because people get caught up in religion when it's more about relationship, and that's personal.
Yeah.
That's you and him. I ain't got a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but I know when I leave here, I know where I want to land. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right. On that note, we're going to keep it going, man.
It's bigger than hip-hop.
It's always, man. Let's talk about the, because that links back to my man Stretch Magazine, the culture, man. Talk to us about the culture of today.
Oh man, the culture. How I see it, I know a lot of people like especially because I don't know how old everyone else here. I'm 43 years old, so
you got some 40 years with you.
I'm with you, Stretch.
So y'all seen all the transitions, from the 80s to early 80s to where we at now. Some people say it's a bad thing. For me, being in hip hop is such a young genre in itself. We turned 50 this year in hip hop. Like I look at it as a good thing because you got a variety. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter who's 19, she listens to music that I would never listen to. I can still go and listen to my Watts or my Jake, Hove or Biggie, Tupac. I can still listen to that while they still listen to what they listen to, and still fall up under hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just like the expansion of it. Some of the content I don't necessarily agree with, but it is providing opportunities for some of our young brothers and sisters out there. So I'm not gonna judge it, but I like the way it's going. I like the way it's going. I have a problem with what's going on with all these RICO cases, and I think a lot of artists need to be more smart about their content and giving actual descriptions of crimes they actually committed, because they're going to use that. They're showing you now that they're actually going to hit these artists with RICO case, like they're doing this in real time. So I think our young artists got to be more aware of what's going on and don't give these people a reason to come get you. Because the whole goal was to get out of these situations. Now we doing well. We putting ourselves back in these situations as far as going to prison and getting locked up for nonsense. So
yeah,
I like the culture. I like what he's doing. There's a lot that need to be changed. Well, I like the direction.
Okay. All right, man. What I'm gonna say about this culture, man, and I care to say I'm a futuristic thinking individual. So with these punk ass RICO cases, man, if y'all gonna do this punk ass time or however much time y'all gonna do for this shit, at least motherfucking get you a record company or a management team that's gonna subsidize that shit for you. At least. I'm just being real. Cause what I'm seeing, dog, in the future hip hop, they done already almost took the knowledge out of it. Knowledge, what you call it, spiritual, because I don't want to say religion, I'm going to say spiritual. They done almost took that out of it, almost. It's still a glimmer of hope there.
You got to find it, though. You got to go look for it.
We got to find it, but at the same time, what I say is we just got to push it.
You got to push it.
They ain't got to find it. It's here. We know where it's at. We just got to push it. So the future, because it got to come back. The pendulum has to swing back. Yeah. It has to. It has to. That's a natural occurrence.
What do you think the culture is headed though?
It's headed to exactly what it always headed to, just like we're here with Pac and Biggie. You push the envelope, it's gonna go there.
Yeah.
And when you say
why though?
When you say culture, can you be specific on that culture?
On the who?
When you say culture, can you be specific on that culture?
We talking about hip hop. That's obvious.
Okay.
But
do we know why? Here's why.
Why what though?
The state of hip hop is where it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we haven't identified our true enemy. Let me expound on that just a little bit, because I'm looking at these Bible verses, 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour."
Yeah.
So that brings me back to what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. If you got a lot of soulless people who are in hip hop and controlling hip hop, that's gonna change the trajectory of where we're going. But if we identify our enemy, who is the devil and not each other, we can correct this while we still in it. We could pretty much.
How do you think it could be corrected? How you think it could be corrected?
Knowing your true enemy.
It's the same for me. Pushing the good shit. I'm only speaking from my individual way of what I can do, because there's a lot of air talk. Air talk. We should know, what can you do? What can I do? What I can do, I have a platform and I can push this type of shit. The more it get pushed, the more people that's like this that see it is going to push it. That's it's the pendulum. You gonna be part of the shit that just stay there, or you gonna be part of the shit that gonna push it?
Because you got the group of people that's trying to dumb
That's
down
how you do it.
Dumb down the youth in society, and you got to be part of the ones that bring it up.
Yes,
build up.
that's it. That's all you can do.
You just gotta add and not subtract.
There you go.
That's it.
Right.
That's why, like, everything I make, I try to have some
Everything
substance
that's
to it,
being
some kind of
said
message.
sounds good, but the reality is you've already conditioned your consumer for bullshit. So
Not
the real
ours.
question is,
Not ours.
But
Not
ours.
ours.
Right, but ours is one thing. The
Exactly.
masses is something
We don't trip
totally
off the masses. Only way we trip off the masses is if we're gonna have an answer for it. That's all. Because if you keep talking about it, all you're doing is making it true.
So my
That's
only
it.
concern is
That's all.
if you've conditioned people to see
We have not conditioned people.
Okay, but
They have.
there's a bigger world outside of just weed.
That's the group I was talking about, the dumb, just trying to dumb down society.
Right.
They
that's
can't
what I'm
do
trying
that.
to-
Had they dumbed down y'all rhymes?
Nope.
So you can't. It ain't true. It's not true.
So how do you get?
It's not true.
So how
What's
do
not
you
true?
get
That
more-
we have dumbed down them, not
But
us.
that's not what
Dumb
I'm
down
saying.
what?
Oh,
That's
okay.
not what I'm
Okay.
saying.
All
What
right.
I'm saying is,
Gotcha.
how do you get the masses, the consumers, to be interested in what you're talking about?
You keep pushing it like they pushed it against us.
Yeah, and we gotta go back to
We
owning
have
like
to.
what you guys got here as a dope
Change from
platform.
the inside.
Like we got to go back to owning our own platform. We got to go back to having our own radio stations, and because a lot of people who are at the top of these platforms, they don't really care about the culture.
Hell no, they don't care about it.
They all they care about is the music, you know, and like you said, dumbing down the music sells.
And that's
So
what
all
I'm
they
saying.
think about is the money. But back in the day, like we did push the knowledge, we
Yes.
did push the backpack, but they didn't care about that back then. But now they see hip hop was making so much money. Now here come corporate America, and, you know, and all their rules, and now you're trying to see that the whole thing change. So we got to go back to own these
Nah,
record
you
labels
cared
again.
about
Like, we gotta go.
backpacking. You had them
we gotta go-
backpackers flip on your ass when they start getting money, and then they turned their backs.
So, Tatesha, has anybody heard this song out? I just heard it the other day. Dude, literally, you talk about dumbing down, trying to dumb down society.
Yeah.
You literally talk about, I just pop a perk 10, I just pop a perk 20, now I just pop a perk 30, I just popped a perk 60, now I'm on a perk 90.
Yeah.
The
It's
whole
really
song.
ridiculous. But
No,
it's,
the kids are on
but it's
TikTok
true.
making videos to it. And
But that's on who that's on though. In
That's
reality,
responsibility of the parent.
it's on us.
It's on us. Yeah.
So
Well,
I mean,
That really touches directly on that subject of the artists that are trying to dumb down.
they
the
gonna do
society.
that.
But
That's the
but
verses
it's
of
up to us
everything.
to come around with substance.
Just,
and
I want him to talk more on the
counteract it.
money tip of it, because to me, hip hop is, it's really supposed to be something that made a lot of black individuals in the culture, meaning it should have grew a lot of wealth in where we at, in our culture. Because we created it. It was our shit. So that should have been something,
shit, man.
what you call it, secured.
Nipsey Hussle was trying to do something like that.
It should.
You know.
But listen, I was on a podcast a couple of days ago. Now this is our culture, but do we really own this culture?
And
Do we
hell
really-
no.
Do we dictate what goes on in this culture?
Not no more.
We don't
It's
own
like-
it, we create it. We got a
We
hand in it.
create, right? We create, but
Yeah.
I think we need to own. And we
Yes.
got to go back to these streaming companies, the Spotify, the Apples, the Amazons. Like we have to create our own because we always got to go to them to put something out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like even you got an independent record label, when you go get distribution, you're going through Spotify. You going through they don't really care about culture. It's all numbers. You know, it's I think we have the ownership across the board. I know Hogan trying to do it with Tyre. You know, he caught a lot of flack, but I just think like in order for us to get this back, like we have to be in position on every level, from the labels to the distributors to the magazines to the radio stations, man. That way we can put when we know that balance out there. I don't want to hear about perks 20 times a day on the radio. That ain't what I want to hear. You know what I mean? Like
right.
We got to go back to that. We got to go back to just owning everything and pushing, you know, what's the knowledge and, you know, if it is a market for that, because it is. I mean, I guess. But if you push something long enough on the radio, you got to set yourself liking it. You know, how many times we heard a song we didn't like, when we hear it so much, we start singing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody at this table, and it's just to talk to the people, we all understand psychology and advertising. Yeah. So that's why I say I do understand the masses of people, or they sheeples. We was part of it too at a point. You know?
For example,
go eat there because it makes you hungry.
Once upon a time, Kanye was the backpack dude. He made all the good beats and we loved him. We listened to everything that motherfucker said. Then money came into it. Then he started getting way more money. Guess what? He don't give a shit about my black ass today.
Damn.
He don't.
But here's the thing about Kanye West. The music didn't change though. He still had his same messages in the music. Now, personally, he might not give a fuck about us, but if you looking at the music, the message of Kanye's music was still authentically hip hop.
Yep.
Even though his personal speeches
when
and
do you say that though?
Because
all of
after,
it. Go listen to the music. The music didn't change. It was still authentically hip hop. But
all the Kanye stuff still was
when
hot.
he started
All his
to
music still been
spew
hot.
all that bull crap out his mouth, it didn't change the music though. You know, that was Kanye's personal beliefs versus Kanye's music. Kanye's music was still authentically hip hop. If you go listen to it today, it's gonna be authentically hip hop. But when you put a mic in his face and you ask him how he feels personally, that's a whole different story, a whole different bag. It just come out as weird.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I misunderstood what you said at first.
You don't think his music stayed authentically hip hop? Oh.
I stopped listening to his music after 808s and Heartbreaks got real hard to listen to because I listen to everything this motherfucker say. I listen to everything that anybody say. Once you start talking a certain way, I can tell you ain't about me no more. So let me move out the way. I'm no longer your audience. It's been a few artists where I'm not your audience no more. You talking real wild. But then there's some artists that I didn't used to like Tyler the Creator. I couldn't relate with him at all. I didn't know what that boy was going through. But a more mature Tyler the Creator, okay, I hear you now. Because what you're saying is way more relatable to where I'm at in life, and it's not hateful. At first, he came off real hateful to me. It was pain. When Kanye came out, it felt like you really were a part of a community that you understood. And then you stop understanding this community and you start kind of shifting things. You might do something real cool and say some real nice things one day, but in that same album, you done said some fuck shit about me, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Kanye confuses me also, like, because I was a big Kanye fan, and like what the stuff that comes out of his mouth makes me question his music now. Because which one is the real you? Is
That's
real?
That's real.
When you talking, is it real you? Because now I have to question your music. Or are you just saying this just to say it? Or you know, who is the real Kanye?
But that brings
that's my question. Like, who is the real Kanye?
That brings me to this point that I was making with my god brother when we was doing a mentor program. Do you go to work and clock in and say, is my boss for me or is this a jerk? And then when it comes to payday, because your boss is a jerk, don't do that direct deposit. We look at that different. So that's why I give Kanye a different look. Yeah, what you say out your mouth personally may be trash. But as far as the music goes, if I'm only grading him on the music, I think it's still authentic hip hop.
But
You
is
know,
it okay
but
to consume
no.
from somebody who has trash ideas?
Is it okay to accept a paycheck from a boss who you don't agree with in all the same breath?
I'll leave a job. I don't,
You know,
what I'm saying?
but yeah, but I'm saying though,
Like,
if you
would
go to
you
work
Like,
40
everybody might
hours,
not do
you
that.
expect to get paid. Whether
Yeah.
your boss is atheist,
Yeah.
you know, if I'm a Christian, shall I not accept the money that my boss is giving me after working
That's what
40
you saying
hours?
for the
You know, so
music. Wow.
at some point we got to learn to separate
Right.
the music from the personal. Cause personal, I agree with you personally, but musically, Kanye's still at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. My opinion ain't Green Girl's opinion.
But
Too
yeah,
easy, you know,
but
y'all
you a fan
opinion.
of the music.
I'm a
She
fan of
talking
the
about-
music.
she was
I ain't a fan of
him
the personal
as far
Kanye.
as
I'm
the
a fan
But
of the
his
music.
music was a reflection of him. And once that changes and those lines are blurred, now I gotta look at this shit different
I
because
feel
the
you, 'cause
psychology
there's some
is real.
people's music I cannot
Whatever
listen
you
to,
consume, you become.
'cause
So
you
if
talk
I
true.
was
about some shit that you
consuming
ain't
this
on.
nonsense,
Right.
Like the
at
Perk
what point
Perk
do I
60s.
not become that?
Yeah.
Like, I was a young girl. I used to listen to Luke music. I ain't think shit of it. Wasn't no big deal. I didn't think I should have been judged no kind of way for liking it. But then when you grow up, you really listen to what you were consuming. Was that something that I should have listened to, and can I agree with it today?
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And that's
That's
what it
real.
all boils down to. So when you listen to these catalogs, you really have to dig deep. Like, is this a person I should be listening to? Because if I'm going to keep consuming what you're doing, at what point do you grow and change?
That's true.
For the layman, it's more or less like a. You can. I lost it.
You made me
It's
think
okay,
about
though.
R. Kelly when you said that.
But and that's
Yeah.
when I was young, I
That's true. Because you can't play that shit in my house. We ain't stepping in the name of love no more.
And you know that those are real stories about things he was doing. I was a young girl. I didn't have the best self-esteem. I knew when that nigga was at McDonald's, I could have easily been up there and been trapped. That's some real shit.
That's
And
real.
so for people that
That's
can
real.
listen to that and not feel nothing, that lets me know you numb somewhere, baby. Because how can you listen to rape lyrics and know that that's what the hell that is and act like
Them
you
was
don't
rape
know it?
lyrics.
Them rape lyrics, baby.
You remind me of my Jeep.
To fix what I was about to say.
My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
To fix what I was about to say.
My
is
mind
that
is
sometimes
it just be a lot to
it
like
didn't age
console.
well. You know, things didn't age well.
It be a
It's
lot
a
of
lot of
things
shit
to
that
wrap
you
your
do.
mind. You gotta really wrap your mind around all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a lot of,
It's-
and for
It's,
people
you
to
gotta
be like,
like you had your
just
own
made
life
me-
going. You be having your own life
Yeah.
going on. This
Yeah,
stuff
man.
just be
You
like
can't-
happening.
you can't
It's
play
like,
Mr.
you
Robert
have to,
in
like,
my
wrap
house.
your life around that in order to really.
Yeah,
And it's
because I
like
wasn't on
it's
it.
too much to
Is that
wrap
saying like
your
someone with
head
my
around.
message, listening to him?
Yeah.
it's the
It's
same.
like, I'd be a
it's
complete
crazy.
hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said to some, for the layman, is things don't age well.
You can't be
And
out
when
here.
you're younger, you're dumber.
Yeah, you don't get it. It's over your head, but it's still
You can't be
doing what
talking
I guess
about
what it
protecting
do.
people and then you
Cause
listen
that,
to
man,
motherfuckers talk about
that's
how they were
fucked
not
up.
protecting people.
Man.
You can't go
Right,
out here and want to
right.
give out turkeys during the holidays to show you a good person, but you was killing every motherfucker in your lyrics all day, every day. That don't even make no damn sense. Who you giving back to? They mama?
Like 666 Mafia. We didn't really know that we did, but we didn't exactly. Even back to Bone, East 99 and all that. Some of the early Bone music they was devil work.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I
hey,
remember that shit.
think of this. Me and my god brothers, it's like 7 of them. So it's like 8 of us. We playing cards, dominoes, in my godmother base. We listening to Bone, Wheezy, are you with me? We was in the church choir. And like you say, in hindsight, when you get older, you like, man, we was stupid. We was inviting things in the house with us that, you know what I'm saying? But we were young and impressionable, you know what I'm saying? And we liked Bone because they fast rapping style, but now we sit here in our late 30s, early 40s, we like, what was we thinking about?
Go back and listen
We
to
going to
every
choir
song
rehearsal on
from
Monday.
80s
We singing on for Sunday. We listening to all East 99. Weezy, are you with you? What? I wouldn't listen to that now, but like you said, and like he said, it don't age well. It don't age well.
Your girlfriend is a friend of mine, but here's my number and a dime. You can call me and say, whole shit.
And they with it.
And they was jamming to that whole shit. And now we'll look at you up and down for listening to Meg Thee Stallion like you wasn't out here passing out your number and a dime. Bitch,
like,
please.
mama, what you talking about?
Hey man.
Hey, that's what it
real,
do.
man.
Hey, let's get on, man. We got a lot more topics to talk about. St. Floyd, you got something for him?
Yeah, what's up, dog? I can hit you up. No, just expressions of thug. I'm just gonna do it like this, you know. We've been talking about a lot of shit, you know, the Tyre thing. Woo, the nigga soul giving away shit. Let's ride though. Y'all ready to ride?
Let's ride.
Let's do it.
Come on, let's ride and hold on. It's gonna be a long ride, so hold on. They say I'm average, but I ain't average though. I had a thought, do I really wanna be poor? My ideas be money. I know some think it's funny, but days ain't sunny. It ain't funny when you ain't got no money. So I live day to day, get money the ways I can. When it's time to hold it down, I stand up and be this man. I'm so alone, waiting for so long on my own. Now that I'm on, my heart won't stop till I'm grown. All the BS, fakes and phonies. So it's hard to progress when the devil stay on me. I'm from the show me. So all my life I had to show 'em. Not knowing, all the time I wasted I'm blowing. I lose focus, cause luck can make it really feel hopeless. I'm still hoping. Better days are soon approaching. The streets are cold, surrounded by a lot of team players. We had that first black president, and it don't stop there. So my father say, keep your head up, even when stress won't let her. Ladies still having babies by niggas that don't want better. For it's easy to get in trouble, hard to get out. My people, they show survival, others still doubt that anything can happen, even the supernatural. The impossible so possible. Look at our people acting. Come follow me through these streets, you see why we call them hoods. Most people know survival, niggas don't know no good. So come on, let's ride and hold on. It's gonna be a long ride, so hold on. 2023 club.
All right, man. On that note, we about to go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with some more philosophies.
Philosophy.
Corner to corner, you know how we do it. Grind in day, that's what it is. Call it home. I miss you, drop. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. 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 St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my
city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. 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 St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city.
All right, man, we're going to keep this rolling on the Philosophy Show. Man, we talked about some great things, expressions of a thug. What you think about that, Stretch?
No, that was hard.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
The verse, the hook was crazy. The flow was crazy. Yeah, that was definitely, I fussed with it hard.
Hey, this was the artist that we had the interview for.
Yeah,
Same
I remember.
floor.
I remember.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So,
Yep, I remember.
We call it. Now, go ahead. My bad.
No, it was definitely a good look.
All day, baby.
Definitely.
That's what we call a full circle, fam.
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
Yes, sir. So I'm finna go ahead and play this clip, man. I want to start off with Stretch on this after you listen.
We're here to learn. You know, we're not here to be perfect. We're supposed to embrace all our imperfections. And I think if we find and can imagine the bright side in anything, that will become a reality. But you can't think anything's going to be given to you other than opportunity. And the only way to show appreciation for opportunity is to react. Not to say thank you, but to actually do something. And not everyone gets opportunities. So I think appreciating those opportunities is really important, because the next time those opportunities will not be presented. And I think every single day for everybody, there's a lesson, there's a test.
All right.
Sound like Dame.
This dude, I fuck with Dame.
Dame, real deep brother.
What you think, Stretch?
I didn't hear the whole thing. I was driving and it was kind of choppy, but I did hear something about opportunities and not missing them. And you know, basically, when those present themselves, you have to go after them. If that's the gist of it, you know, let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Was that Dame Dash?
Yeah, that was Dame Dash.
Okay. Yeah, I heard him. Okay. Yeah. No, Dame be talking that talk. He one of the people I often listen to. You know, and try to move like somewhat. Like, you know, a lot of people like the attitude, but listen, like when I didn't squander so many opportunities. So as a young age, so when I got older, when these opportunities presented themselves, I learned for those mistakes, and I had to jump on them. Yeah. You know, so and sometimes, you know, coming up, we used to think like what I did, these things gonna fall off the sky. Sometimes you don't fall to the side. Sometimes you got to create an opportunity. You got to hustle and put yourself in the right position. So when those opportunities do come, you there to probably receive them, and then go on from there. So yeah, any opportunities, man, take them up, take advantage of them, learn from them. Even if they don't pan out the way you wanted to them, it's always a lesson in it. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, Hip Hop Weekly, it didn't pan out how I wanted it to do, but it also, I was able to network like people like yourself and, you know, establish other relationships, establish other platforms off of it. You know what I'm saying? So every opportunity might not be exactly what you want, but it's going to create other opportunities. You know what I mean? So strike, when they come, you got to hit them.
like the clip. I ain't really too familiar on him. Per se,
Dame Dash, yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna look into him a little bit after listening to him and hearing his point of view on him. But as far as what he was speaking on, when opportunity's at the door, you gotta take it. Yeah. Sometimes though, you open that door and it's opportunity in disguise. And whenever it's, I say it that way, so it's pretty much life likes to slap me in the face a lot. That's how I describe it.
Okay.
And when you have those obstacles, that's how I'm gonna word it. And you gotta fight back, and you either lay down or you get up.
Yeah.
You either go around, go under, go through, whatever you gotta do. You gotta fight the situation and move forward and turn it into a new opportunity. Because even a failed opportunity is knowledge to gain to not have that happen and go into a new opportunity.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you gotta grab life by the balls.
Pretty much.
Ride the bull and hope you don't fall off, and if you do, get the fuck back on it.
If it didn't kill you, it made you stronger. Goddamn. Yeah. What you think, Jymius?
Man, Dame is a real, person, a lot of, his content, a lot of his things he do, I support. That's really how I feel about it overall, yeah.
Green Grass here.
I agree with what he has to say, but it took being an adult to get to that point, because a younger version of me wouldn't have had the same understanding. I would have taken things differently. I would have felt not capable of accepting opportunity. And it takes a certain level of esteem to be able to see opportunities for what they are instead of seeing them as obstacles.
Man.
So
damn.
So how do you feel about creating opportunities?
And it took me a year to build the esteem up to know that I could do that. Because with me being a perfectionist, I don't ever want to put myself in a position where I didn't pay attention to the mistakes of others to help myself. So a lot of the time I spent out, I'm socializing and I'm doing business, but I'm also observing how each set of people are working and seeing what works for them and how could that potentially work for me, or is that something that I can't even mess with because that's not for me. That also goes back to what you were saying with your scripture earlier. It's about knowing you. You don't know, what might be a downfall for someone else could be a up for the next person.
Yes.
So you can never say what's good or bad, because what's good or bad is what's good or bad for you.
Right.
Everyone in this world is not meant to be the same. If it was meant to be a world of nothing but greats, we would have been there.
Right. Say that shit.
So,
say sometimes the motherfucking the caterpillars like the shit. The flies like your shit. You know what I'm just saying? Hey,
that's true, man.
It's like that though. So hey, I feel that that's a good inspiration for me. That just made me smile. I like that. All right, what we at now? What was we talking about? No, we on same Floyd, on the same what Dame Dash was talking about, fam.
Yeah, I feel opportunity, you gotta grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Is it like a free throw?
And it's not like a free throw. Opportunity only gives you another choice.
True. True.
You know what I'm saying? And that's to choose that opportunity, whether if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity is direction.
But what about, can you do that opportunity?
It's up to you as you individual self to make that decision to put down everything and if this opportunity is best for you, and to, you know what I'm saying? Because opportunities come and go.
They do. Choices do too.
And that's all opportunity.
Let's talk about good opportunities.
Good opportunities. Great opportunities. We can, oh my God. Just like philosophy is, if you believe in opportunity as an individual and who you are, opportunities will come. like
Yes,
a blessing.
it will. Yes, it will.
Just like I'm on here now with this
Yes, sir.
interview.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't make that interview, but I didn't make that interview.
Yeah.
And quiet as kept blessing. I'm on the phone just like an interview. That's how my mind works.
That's what we do, though.
Full circle.
That's why we move
You know what
as
I'm
we
saying?
move.
So, enough said.
Yeah. Daddy
You,
Rich.
you know I'm deep too easy, but
Yes, sir.
I personally, I agree with the sentiments of everybody at this podcast, but I don't believe that you can make opportunity because of my spiritual beliefs. I believe opportunity come from the Lord, and He provides you with discernment to know what's good or bad and what's of Him and what's not of Him. So with that being said, us at the Stack Brothers have come to embrace that opportunity comes from God Himself. And He's gonna decipher between what's good for you, what's bad for you. Because I go back to this thing that I said to my God brother. I'm like, so how do you know what doors God has opened for you if you don't at least turn the knob? He's gonna let you know if this is for you or this is not for you. But you gotta at least do the first step so He can take the next two. So that's why I say I don't believe that opportunities can be made. I believe all opportunities come from God, and He's gonna decipher between the good and the bad ones.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that. One part I'm gonna say, with you saying that, especially when you're talking about opportunities, I go with this. I think Stretch said it in what he was talking about. I just stay ready for the opportunities.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's really all you can do.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Is be ready for them.
Saying when they come out, you gotta kick the door down.
Let's just be ready. So,
Get ready so you gotta get ready.
hey,
That's it.
for real. So, hey,
Sometimes you can't be ready though, and that's when you gotta really.
but then it ain't. To me, if you not ready, then it's not your time. Because if you truly are not ready, but sometimes you think you not ready, but you are ready.
You equipped.
Because you think that God the Almighty provided, because you have to believe that He's provided.
You got to.
Yeah.
And that's where your discernment
That's
kicks
the first
in.
thing. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will.
I don't see why. A lot of people who believed in themselves and they wasn't what they was won. But then at the end they probably got fucked up.
Mental illnesses that actually fight against that. That's one of the hardest things to do for someone with
True,
like
like
that.
the-
But
Yeah.
it's all about finding a medium, which in most cases all you gotta do is focus on the people that love you and the people around you. People always focus on the old friends, the people that hurt them, rather than the new friends they've made. And, that whole no new friends, that's bullshit. You make new friends.
Yes.
Not everybody's meant to be in your life forever. And
Yes, sir.
but it's all different opportunities. However we look at it, it falls back on the same subject.
Wow, that-
Different opportunities, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, jobs, different spiritual journeys. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're going down the wrong path, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's the opportunities, but it ain't all. I'm not religious per se, but I'm gonna use God and the devil for lack of better terms in this instance. So you have God that'll throw opportunities in your way, good opportunities, but you also have the devil, evil, that throw opportunities at you, and he will win sometimes.
Because you thought it was God, and it was that
And now that all
trick.
falls back,
Exactly.
'cause,
You
know,
got to
then
know
your
the
brain
difference.
gets hurt. When he hurts your
That's
brain,
where
that's where mental
the
illnesses get created. I believe it's from evil, and then that hurts your brain chemically, because we're like a machine. You damage the engine, what happens? You can repair it, but it'll never be the same until it's rebuilt. I.e., mental health therapy. The opportunities come back whenever you learn to deal with those issues. But
I heard you.
you know,
That's some real shit because we don't really get to talk about that at a good extent about mental illness. You know what I'm saying? I know you talked about it too. Nah, but we good because
he knows I talk about it all the time
we
because
good.
it's a huge factor in how people move is their mental stability and their understanding of their mental health.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people that's living. What's her name? She from here. She said it best. Jennifer Lewis. If you sit in shit long enough, you won't smell it anymore. It's a lot of people that's been living in shit, so they don't even see it as a problem.
Yeah.
When it's wholeheartedly a problem, and those problems are what's keeping them from being their greatest selves, because they don't even understand. They ain't even operate at their highest level.
Right.
Because they don't see the shit as being a problem.
Right.
That's been one of my biggest downfalls in life, dealing with that.
Yeah. And a lot of us deal with it and don't know how to articulate it. I bring this up every time. I'm a cannabis caregiver. Number one thing I ask a man when he come to me, talking about, oh, I don't do this and I don't fool with CBD, but do you understand what it really does? And do you know how it works with THC? And do you understand why you smoke the way you do? Well, I don't got no problems. Well, if every time you walk out your door, sir, and you got to smoke one on the way there, and you got to smoke one when you get there before you start talking to people, that's a clear sign of anxiety. So whether you acknowledge you have it or not, but that's a clear sign of anxiety.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And but it's so many people that deny that because they don't want to be seen as having a mental problem, because that's weakness. The weakness.
The CBD, like a good thing for that is a RSO, like the 2-1 CBD THC mixture.
I'm hip.
That's one of the best things I've learned for anxiety.
Yep, I'm hip.
Microdosing shrooms.
That microdosing shrooms, you can also utilize a tincture throughout the day and microdose that. But that's like a big thing, and nobody wants to talk about it. Don't no grown man want to hear me tell them maybe you have anxiety. Nah, I ain't never
Especially.
Well, see, I ain't gonna just say a grown man either. I mean, somebody, period.
Yeah, but a lot of women won't even come to you. They want to.
But especially in like the black community,
I don't do that.
like, you know, because you guys face different obstacles, you know. So if you guys are getting crazy, you know, they for real throw the damn book at you. So
and still, it wouldn't care.
And so it's a lot more. You guys were brought up to hide it, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, my culture in a sense they were, but I was more around, you know, than most people were.
Around what? You scared to say black, bro? Around what?
He family. I want y'all to know that. This is philosophy.
Oh yeah, Stretch. We got our Caucasian brother in the house, man. That's why you can say black, man.
No, look, I was literally raised right around here.
I know you, bro. You see where we at.
We are trained to hide everything. We trained to not share.
Exactly.
And men are trained to behave a certain way, and women are trained to hide it a different way,
but,
and everybody's trained to compartmentalize everything.
Most of my black friends growing up, you know, their dads, they would tell them, don't talk to people about this. Don't talk to him about this.
Yeah.
Don't talk. But in reality, you know, that's what causes, you know, later in life. You know, there's a lot of black men that commit suicide.
Hell
a
yeah.
lot.
Yep.
A lot. And it's not talked about. There's a lot of white men that commit suicide. There's a lot of white women, a lot of black women. There's a lot of Hispanics, but nobody wants to talk about the fact of the root problems that nobody wants to reach out for that help. Because everybody's, for instance, men, you know, you got toxic women. You know, a man will come out and talk about their issues, and then now he's out openly talking about now this toxicity, whether it be a woman, a man, whatever they do or swing. Now they're throwing it back in their face, whether it be a friend, a family member, a mother, a lover, whatever it may be, they're throwing it back in your face. So it makes it, especially with social media, keyboard warriors, it makes it really hard for people to, you know, like for instance, you got someone that'll go on live and cry and talk. Yeah, sure there are people that do it for attention, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there are people that actually do that as a cry for help.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they don't have
I just experienced
else.
this the other night actually with a close friend of mine.
After this story, we got to go to something else.
Yeah, but with a close friend, I'm gonna make it quick. And he made a post, you know, like this is his brother. You know, he's no longer with us. He wanted to be with his wife and his father. I'm like, whoa. You know.
Who was dead? He want to be with his wife and his.
Yes.
And they dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which he come back later and apologized to everybody. He blacked out, didn't know what happened, and he's been having problems with drugs. We found out now, and alcoholism. So it's a real issue, and you know I reached out to him, telling him, you know, come to me, I help you in any way I can.
Yeah.
You need to talk. Call me. It's that simple. I don't care what time it is. And if we would reach out to people more like that, it would start to break that cycle more and more, which I feel society's reaching the point.
Well, that's a job you should head, brother, because it ain't too many people who doing that, and
with good intention.
Yeah, it's because I'm from the military, so I done been there. I done been there, so, it's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, they go out and get, I've been deployed. I know, life still happens when you trying to come home. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when people go to jail, you know what I'm saying? I can't say it's the same thing, but it's kind of the same thing.
It is the same thing. I'm a vet. It's the same thing.
Let them talk, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm a vet. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So, on that note, man, let's talk about, because I think some of that situation has to do with mental illness, and then some of it has to do with people bullying.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big thing. I don't think there's enough spoken about adult bullying. Bullying ain't just kids. It's a lot of adult ass grown bullies. Fucking bullies. And why? It's a power issue.
Because they have issues they need to deal with.
Before y'all get to the serious point, let me get on a lighter note, because I'm just joking too, so don't beat me up. Is it any good bullying? Is it any such thing as good bullying? I just want to ask.
When you yes, how you yes it is.
How you Stretch?
Yes.
I want to ask Stretch too. Stretch, is it a such thing as good bullying?
Oh man, I mean, because this the word itself is like, I mean, because sometimes people get bullied and it might motivate them to do something, positive, and because of the bullying.
Yes.
So is that considered good? Is that a good thing?
That's considered good bullying to me. That's considered good bullying.
Is there a better term we can make for it?
That's it.
Aggressive motivation.
It's when you think about it.
Aggressive motivation.
Is bullying?
That's tough.
I like that.
Is bullying real?
Exactly
even real? I just think of that. Is bullying even real? It speaks to someone or two parties'
Anybody
mental
can
state.
get bullied, basically.
You know what I'm saying? No, not anybody, because you ain't bullying me, slap you with the Tulio. Let's just clear that up.
That's what I'm saying.
Not everybody. Because I ain't sitting through that shit. Hook a crib.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't bullying DR. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to it. Like,
but we've come to make anything you speak become reality.
Correct.
Correct. I'm just approaching it from that. Is it really real? Because remember, there's a choice. You have the choice to participate or not participate.
Right.
Even if up to social media, if somebody's quote unquote bullying you on social media, block, delete, and it may be easy for me.
Yeah.
It may not be easy for all, but it just gets me personally to thinking, is it really a such thing as bullying? You know what I'm saying? People do what you allow them to, but everybody ain't as strong-minded and strong-willed as, per se, I am. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say yay or nay, but you ain't bullying me. That's all I'm going to say. Because I was raised by Richard Shaw Sr., and I put that thing to you quick. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not volatile. But if those situations present themselves, just know I'm not calling nobody. I'm put that thing to you.
Right.
But yeah, is it really real? I know in most circumstances it is, because I'm in the educational field and we see them things every day, and they got the social media bullying and all that. They have that. What I want to say, I don't know how to describe it, but they have that in the schools, you know what I'm saying? But I wish everybody was as strong-willed and strong-minded as I was, but that ain't true, you know what I'm saying? So I guess there is a such thing as bullying, but we what we speak, we give life to, and it's a whole bunch of things out here that we should stop giving life to, such as the bullying, such as, even though racism is real, we don't give it no gas.
Yeah.
It's a couple things we just should not breathe life into. You know.
So
I agree with that.
for you. Because you're in education. Do you think there would ever be room for anyone to create a lesson plan to teach people since they're starting so young proper etiquette and teach them how? Because everything is a teaching. You were taught to defend yourself. Everyone's not taught that. You were taught to be strong-minded. Everybody's not taught that. They're coming from other weak-minded people. Because you breed what you are.
That's it.
So if you're a weak-minded person, you're going to breed weak-minded people. So is there room to create a curriculum that can groom someone to be prepared and how to handle things so it could be less friction?
There's always room for that. I think it needs to be attached to what they have now as social emotional learning. I think that's a great segue to attach that to the curriculum. But they have the social emotional type of learning. It's I'm in the technology department, by the way, and what I'm proposing, suggesting to St. Louis Public is what they call an interactive floor. It's like a projector projects out on the floor. Some of the schools who already have that put it close to the door so they can check on the children as they come through, the students, the scholars, however you want to call them, on their social, emotional type of situations in the morning. As soon as they walk in the door, they got it right at the door so they can check the social, emotional, mental things of the kids and the students as they come through. So more to come on that. It's basically asking them how they feel.
Senses their energy, kind of.
It has like the emojis. How you feel today?
Okay, so
they oppress it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
And they get to step on it. No, you come through, they get to step on. They get to step on the emoji that best represents how they feeling that day. And it's been a great thing so far. But we're just
tapping into
recommending it.
That feeling.
Yeah,
Instead
to
of
all
just
the
walking
schools.
into
So,
school and you just walking into school.
and that
Or in the
people
class.
laughed at me when I presented
They didn't
and
get it,
recommended
though.
that interactive floor. But that was the biggest piece of our technology presentations. And I always go and mess with my coworkers. Yeah, you laugh, but now this is what they want. So I recommended something that they can really use. Yeah.
What thing? So, what about the kids that parents or guardians instill the fear in them to not share their emotions?
That's one thing that's gonna happen, but the children themselves, the students, the scholars themselves, choose to participate. So
Do they have a way to remain anonymous in this?
oh, it's all anonymous. It's all anonymous. They don't broadcast it. They don't tape it. It's just like if I was to put one at the door when all of us came in. Hey, how you feeling today? Confidential. The next student of style comes. Hey, how you feeling today? He gives his replies,
That's
all
tight.
confidential. But this lets you know what type of services that you need to give them that day. Some of them, coming from homes that are,
Talk about type of services you give with that if you get with that system that you're talking about that they're applying, if you type that in with good teachers, I can see a lot of good change.
Oh man, it's on the rise. The whole room, technology room that we recommend is like $89,000 per school, and we have 62 schools up under, the helm of that. And
my son's school, he's gonna be going to an
which
O'Fallon.
one?
O'Fallon, Illinois.
Now see, if
We'll talk about that.
higher powers allow us to go out and give these presentations, because all last week we were giving them to interim superintendent, deputy superintendent, which is my boss, network superintendents, principals, academic instructional coaches, where we were giving this presentation for the last 2 weeks. So with governmental funds coming in, we are more closer to being able to go live with these. It's a lot of schools who have a nice amount of money to spend on it, so we're emailing the presentation and quotes already. We got quotes for all these items that you can put in this specific room that we call Innovative Collaborative Tech Lab. Which the name itself was of a creation of my own. I created that name because it spoke volumes. We're here innovative. We're here to take what's existing and make it better. Collaborative says about the students and the teachers working together, and it's with technology, and we're going to make it a lab of its own. So look out for that in SLPS. If any of your kids go to St. Louis Public Schools, it's been a big thing for the last 3-4 weeks, and people are really taking well to it. So I'm just waiting to get started. We're going to have some how-tos that we film to help the teachers, actually intertwine it in the curriculum. We actually match state board standards also with it, and what they call the DOK wheel. It's just to level our kids up and put them on the playing field.
All right. All right. We appreciate that, man. Hey, we getting to the end of the day, man. I'm finna go to the last section of the motherfucking hour. It's called Question Your Life. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with you, Stretch. Then we gonna go to Jymius. It's like a versus, man, and I want you to tell me who gonna win.
March 19th.
Freedom. That's the 2 challenges. The first challenge is freedom.
Freedom.
Your freedom. Everybody freedom. I ain't just gonna talk about your freedom. I'm talking about everybody freedom. And then peace in the whole entire universe, not just the world. God damn it, the universe.
Freedom versus peace.
Which one? Which one you think will win, man?
Freedom versus peace. Jeez, this is tough.
I know.
I mean, freedom is very, very, very important, especially I put myself coming up at an younger age. I put myself in a few positions where I probably could jeopardize my freedom. So freedom is very important. But peace, just peace in general, peace of mind, peace period is priceless. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
I'm going to go with peace. Just because it's just the energy around peace.
All day.
Me,
I like that.
If you have a sense of peace, then it's kind of like you already have freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm going to go with peace.
All day. Jymius?
I believe I'm going to have to roll with peace as well. Off the top, freedom. When you look at freedom, I see it as like you already are free. You know, like you already are free to do whatever you want. Like he spoke on things about choices and everything. You can do whatever you want, and there's consequences for certain regards. And like I said, in life, you always have to move accordingly to, your situation. You have to know, when it's time to put your foot down. You have to know, when it's time to, step back. You got to know, when it's time, and the only way that you know it's time to do those certain things is when you have tapped into a certain space where it's easy for you to receive that information because you know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's natural instinct.
Yes, sir. It's real.
Talk about it. It's all about how you interpret the subject, I suppose. Because on one note, gotta say freedom because every man and woman should have the choice to do what they want to do. So is that the freedom we're talking about?
Yes, that is
So if
exactly
that's the
what
case,
we're talking about.
How could one have peace if they don't actually have freedom? The only way to do that would be not peace of mind, it would be mind control, in my opinion. So I would have to say, if you had to pick peace, now, if it is in definition peace of mind, then you'll have agreement of peace within the world.
Well, we talking about peace in the world, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it kind of coincides, but it contradicts one another as well. But
Right.
then turn around though, is it worth giving up your freedom? Because
for peace,
with that peace, what comes with it?
Which one you got? Which one do you
get to
got?
do you get to be with your kids? Do you get to raise them the way you feel fit? Do you have to do everything a certain way?
For the
I
peace
believe peace is
or
whatever
freedom?
you want to be done.
I don't know. We don't know.
Your peace is like where you are. Like today, you feel like I'm at peace today. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wherever you are. You got to take yourself where you are.
Well, we gonna discuss that at the end. Let everybody say their part first. Yeah.
Freedom. I feel that's really in the end game. That's the only way you could achieve peace because you gotta be free in order to have peace. Period. However you look at it.
Okay. Well, you say so. Freedom.
So
we got
freedom.
2 peace, 1 freedom. Green girl.
So, for Green Girl, I have to say I would choose freedom because for me, the ultimate freedoms that I consider to be freedom are all things that bring me peace. I can't see one without the other.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That
Like, I
too,
can't
yeah.
see one without the other. To have the freedom to do what I need to do for my life. I'm a free person. No one can really run me. I run me.
Right.
I'm very peaceful with that. I can't find peace any other way because it doesn't work for me. That's not how the puzzle is fit. So freedom is definitely my choice.
All right. Daddy Rich.
I'm gonna take freedom because I believe freedom starts in the mind. You can be in bondage, but long as your mind is free, I think that's true freedom.
Okay.
That was a great point.
Hold on, goddamn.
That was a great point.
My mouse is missing. Can y'all help me find it? Let me look at your phone. It's on you, bro.
Nah, I was thinking about this before I came to the show today. My phone, I was messing with my phone and it just clicked on and it said free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, free at last.
So we know what that means. Freedom. All right. So we got 2 pieces.
What's your
Wait a minute. Yeah, we got 2 pieces and 4 freedoms.
I feel like we already born free.
Yeah, what you want my outlook. Because I didn't answer the question when I asked. I just said freedom versus peace in the world.
Throw this out there at 'em and see what they say.
Yeah. Because that is a question, though. You know what I'm saying? Freedom versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you put your freedom for the world peace? The world's peace. And we ain't talking about just, because you did say peace of mind. I don't know. I don't know if I would be at peace of mind for the world's freedom. The world's freedom. Now, if everything, I don't know what that is. Now, if it is peace of mind, yeah, I'll be with that if that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But I do know what freedom to me is. And it's exactly not hurting nobody that I'm looking at or anybody that I know. It's not hurting nobody. I know that.
And it brings you peace.
And it brings me peace.
See,
Freedom ushers in peace.
One without the other, basically.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think the key word or the word that throw it off is the peace in the world is either going the world of freedom. Peace in the world.
Right.
That's a lot. And they be throwing that, oh, well, I want peace in the world. We don't, how you know you want that?
The only way to have that is
Because
mind control.
Because it sounds like everybody gonna be happy and
Thinking about that as you structured, am I willing to give up my freedom so the world can have peace?
Yes.
Can have peace.
Yes.
I'm just a different type of person, and I'm sacrificial like that.
Yeah, but what
So
is
I
it,
will
though?
give
What
up.
is it? You got to know what that is. Do you know what
You know
is
what?
it?
I don't
Well,
per se me, I don't
You
know.
know what? I say this because that is with the how you thinking.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to say it to you like this: if God said it, if He put freedom and peace on word, that's a whole different. That means it's gonna be what you think.
Give
it's gonna
up
be.
my freedom for the world's
Yes.
peace.
And what
If
is
God
the
said it, oh, I'm giving that.
because who's
Yeah,
world are we talking about?
like he put it
all
for me.
about the
If
context.
God said, Richard Shaw Jr., give up your freedom so the world can have peace. He gave me my life, so I give it back to him freely as he gave it to me. I'm willing to give it to God. I'm
All
just
day.
not willing to give it to man.
All day.
Freedom comes with peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why we talk about this. Hey, we gonna end it on that topic, man. I want to thank all of the guests that's been here today, man. Y'all done gave a great representation of what we be talking about in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Philosophy.
yes, and we are. Your host is Tweety the Don, Daddy Rich, Sane, Floyd Greenger, STL, and we are the council. You know what I'm saying?
Council.
We're the council together.
I've made it, y'all. I made it.
You know what I'm saying? When you come
I
here,
like it.
we gonna talk about it. Let them know where they can find you at and tell them when the coach is gonna launch where we can tune in, man. You got you some supporters over here that's gonna help you in any way we can, brother.
Again, I appreciate y'all for having me on there. The conversation was dope. I can do this every week, man. I love the energy. The new platform is The Culture Report, THA Culture Report. We're on IG, Twitter, Facebook. My personal ID is stretch_716. We're officially going to launch this. The website will be up next week. But it's gonna be a soft launch. But I'm gonna launch official launch, release party and everything. Probably do in LA, New York, and Atlanta. That's gonna be in the spring, so that's gonna be in April. I want to return this favor, so when I do the podcast portion, I would like everybody that was participating in this to come and be a guest on my podcast as well.
All day.
So I definitely want that. You guys showed me a lot of love in St. Louis when I came down there in November. I love the energy, so let's keep building.
All day.
Can't wait to meet you in person, brother.
Hey, and say your Instagram one more time, man. If y'all want to get on this Instagram and follow them right now, so because it ain't nothing but love.
My personal is at stretch_716, STRETCH_716. The business, the company is the Culture Report. It's at THACULTUREREPORT. That's on IG, Twitter, Facebook.
All right.
So I just started the page maybe a month ago.
I just tagged you on my
They do what it's supposed to do very soon. I appreciate all the support, and I'm gonna return the support, and we're gonna keep building.
All day, man. We appreciate that, man. Shout out to Stretch, man. All right, Richard, man. Tell them where they can find you, what you got coming up next. And, hey, then before you say that, hey, he is the one, him and his team is the one who painted our outdoor new look, man. And everybody been
shout
giving us
out to y'all,
compliments on
man.
that.
Yeah.
So
Big
he's
time.
the business.
My fiance over there and my I got TikTok, I got Instagram, it's REP you dig. Now the it's is important. It's REP you dig. Let me put that out there. And then on Facebook, you can look up It's REP. I have a Twitter too. I think I don't really use it though, but It's REP. Everything is It's REP. You can find me on any platform, verified. Please go listen to my music. Please go share the message. I want more men and women to feel comfortable with coming out about things. You got a kid you love, I got a song for you. You know a racist, I got a song for you. You want to smoke and feel about your anxiety, I got a song for you. You have demons, PTSD, bipolar disorder, I have a song for you. You want to make love to your wife, I got a song for you. It's all on the album. Now, if you want to listen to Boosie, you better hit me up for the hard copy. Until this last 100 hard copies gone, I ain't releasing it digitally. So that's how they get that. But you can find my track with Yo Gotti on everywhere. If you look up my name, Repitalian, Embarrassed, featuring Yo Gotti.
Okay. I just followed you on Instagram.
Jymius. Tell them where they can find you at, man.
8210storecat.com. That's where you can find me.
All day, every day. Green Girl STL.
So Store Cat.
So I
Store
can be.
Cat. 8210 Store Cat.
Okay, I can be found at greengirl_STL on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on Fanbase. You can also locate me on TikTok. And y'all, I'm gonna be hosting my first little shindig.
What?
I'm gonna do a puff and pose on a monthly basis. I want people to come out. You get to consume with me for about 15 minutes, and then we'll get into guided meditation and some light yoga with Breathe with Breathe. And that'll be the second Monday of February out at the at Rudy Buzz Spot.
Okay.
So I got the space. I'm working on my content, getting it out, but I want to see everybody come out. Cause I feel like Mondays, beginning of the week,
that'd
you gotta
be
blow
perfect.
that bullshit out. You gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm excited.
I like it. Congratulations. Congratulations.
You can find me on Facebook under Richard L. Shaw Jr., my government name, because I love my daddy. You can also find me on SoundCloud under Salmonella Kemp. That's SalMonellacamp.
And be looking out for the
them
mayor.
Stack brothers.
Looking out for that
Yeah,
mayor.
for that run for mayor. Look out for me. I'm running for mayor.
Yes, sir. St. Floyd.
You can find me at Saint Floyd on Facebook, Floyd Saint 314 Instagram, or just type in Google and put in Saint Floyd. And you can find me on Saint Floyd YouTube, Saint Floyd on TikTok. Just
go to your
Floyd
internet.
Saint. It's pretty much that.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We about to get up out of here, man. You can catch me at the Philosophy Show, man. Make sure y'all go and like it. Make sure y'all people go give us a 5-star rating. Hey, we talk about that real shit, man. And much love to all the guests that came on here. Stretch, Israel, Jymius, man. We up out of here. We gonna end with some of that Israel, man. We out. Love y'all.
I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. Don't be scared to come out about this.
I'ma need to breathe. Someone please help me, I'm feeling real down and out. The doctors tell me I'm sick, I need pills right now, but they just don't seem to help. I be like a zombie, I'm faded out, and my mind tripping now. I need a way out. I'm scratching the surface, I'm almost there. I can see it now, but so far away. I done forgot the days. They merging, not fading away. I need a new way. Maybe get by with a little help from my friends, the same ones who left me when I was at my wit's end, or the same family who hurt me. You monsters don't deserve me. All you did was desert me. Did you feel big when you raped me? When you took me for my innocence or my dignity? Did that ever mean shit to you? Pray your own kids never go through what I went through because of you. Do you even know you're a monster? Or did someone do it to you? Was it that once or twice? I fucked up. save me. Try to help myself, but instead I feel myself start breaking down. I'ma take that pain and that hurt. Remember I'm the shit when I'm feeling my worst. Just stack on my cash cause I know my own worth. Won't be left in this jam, I won't carry this car. Reflection in the past. Moving forward, ain't no way I'm looking back. I can see my name in the lights, the crown of my name, they like what I write. To those that say that they can relate, I still got a battle, but I win the day. All of the pressure to pave out a way, my chest can get heavy and search for a breath. But all of my dreams are what keep me awake, and in the end they would keep me afloat. Used to think the mountain was my enemy, but the real enemy is my thoughts. Out here working for my legacy, get what I want. I'm about to switch it up, fuck I ain't giving up. God gonna break you down so he can build you up. I know I see better days. I'm about to come crash you, so get out my way.
I'ma need to breathe. I'm trying to just breathe. I really want to breathe. Please get away and let me be. I'ma need to breathe. I'm trying to just breathe. I really want to breathe. Please get away and let me be. I'ma need to breathe. I'm trying to just breathe. I really want to breathe. Please get away and let me be. I'ma need to breathe. I'm trying to just breathe. I really want to breathe. Please get away and let me be.
All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my, I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. Diamond D, say the what, work it out. Nigga like when you put a pussy in your mouth. I'ma show you what it is, time to bring it now. I go hard, motherfucker, do it, got a doubt. They say I'm arrogant, I got a little bit up in me. So what I want, I'ma take, you ain't gotta give me. Open up your ear, motherfucker, hear me. I play 9 games, we go a little silly. Tell you what you wanna hear, but they all lies. When I fuck into your face, grab all thighs. Spot a lane from afar with the bird's eye. He can party for himself, but it's who ride. But you can try to be fly, but you ain't this. I think I showed you who's what, I'm a bad bitch. Because I ain't broke, and I ain't rich. You hoes sitting back, all in the party, shaking my ass. I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my, I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. This shit hard, but I make it all easy. Take more the money in the bit to please me. Cause spend it all and still ain't easy. I don't need a motherfucker just to feed me. Done a whole lot of shit in my lifetime. Fuck a nigga, get gone till they fuck blind. I don't know my name no more, they call me sexy. Come to daddy, I want you to slap it on my belly. Bitches will do anything just to be with me. Steal from my man, then bring me back a couple G's. Nevertheless, I'ma give it to you how you want it. My dentist told me to flow, show you how to phone it. Throw a cheap shot, bitch, better check your aim. Show a bitch a nigga quick, better make it rain. Cause I'm a dope girl alone, fuck with petty change. Check your occupation, bitch, time to switch lanes. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my, I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. Shake it like this, shake it like that, shake it like this, love. Shake it like that, shake it like this, shake it like that. You need that, shake it like this, shake it like that, shake it like this. Shake it like that, shake it like this, shake it like that. Coming through, all in the party, shaking my ass. I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All all in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my, I'm all in the party, clapping my ass. All in the party, shaking my ass. I'm shaking my, clapping my ass.
Put a disclaimer on there. Yo, sometimes you out here just jump out of character. Sometimes I feel like, you know, certain people make you jump out of character, make you do some shit that you usually wouldn't do, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it just happen like that. What up, rep? So that's what we gonna do today. You know what I'm saying? It's for you, fuckboy.
I say I spit sick shit from the core. 45 in my right hand, left knocking on your door. Who's that peeping in your window? It's the pizza man, here to fuck your wife in the asshole. Hell out of character, but tired of your mouth. Knock, knock, let me in the motherfucking house. Now you scared like a bitch, talking about the police. You was gangster yesterday, now you screaming out peace. I'ma cut a piece of your skin, Wild Bill. Peel and your wife call me Wild Bill. Tie you both up, now you thinking about survival. Well, I jack off and read the fucking Mormon Bible. This a sick ass verse. I'm sorry, rep, no refunds, no reimbursements. The situation's getting kinda tense. You about to fucking die with your racist ass.
My granddad played bluegrass by the legacy. My whole blood been known for selling the weed. My day ones make they living off the cocaine. It's time to move out the way, here comes a legacy. Talking nickel and dime, slinging at 13. Talking rocking stages at age 11. I'd like to introduce you to the king, it's R.E.P. Ain't too many around that could fuck with me. Ask around the alien and show me state. Bone in the 314, we in a murderous state. And you fuck around and try to add it up, you gon' get ate. I ain't wantin' the bullshit, never wanna hate. Like the OG Nate Dogg said, time to regulate. Call the hoes, let's evacuate. That's your bitch, watch your man handle my hoes till I ejaculate. Smiling with my kids on the face. Oh, you gon' get big mad, huh? I bet you the type of white rapper to use the word Now let me tell you what happened to acting tough. 5'8", knocking your lips with my fist. Have your moms give you a kiss after swallow my jizz. I'm your new stepdaddy, call me proper. Had to break her off a little proper. I'm just acting like a prick cause your mama's a cocksucker who got fucked by a arrogant motherfucker. You know it's R.E.P. My granddad played bluegrass by the legacy. My whole blood been known for selling the weed. My day ones make they living off the cocaine. It's time to move out the way, here comes a legacy. My granddad played bluegrass by the legacy. My whole blood been known for selling the weed. My day ones make they living off the cocaine. It's time to move out the way, here comes a legacy. My granddad played bluegrass by the legacy. My whole blood been known for selling the weed. My day ones make they living off the cocaine.